It means the people living with HIV on the planet right now is still going up. Less people are dying, same amount of people being infected. There's another, population increase also has something to do with that as well. We can see when it comes to the percentage of adults living with HIV, it's not quite so dramatic. But what I'm trying to say here is that we still got a big problem. There's been a lot of progress in the last 10, 15 years, but it's far insufficient. And maybe something that I'd like to highlight is a ratio, and it's 2.5 to 1. 2.5 new infections every year for one new person put on treatment. And it just goes to show you that we are not going to be able to treat ourselves out of this problem. We have to stop infections. And how do we do that? How do we do that? And it's a real puzzle for us. Part of it is, a big part of it, where we really have a real challenge is with what we call most at-risk populations. And that is a very, a euphemism, a nice word for sex workers, prostitutes, for gay men, and for injecting drug users or heroin users. And I think if this is the same class that I spoke to previously, caring about those people is a massive part of solving this problem. Caring about people who sell their bodies for sex. Caring about people who have massive drug addictions, and caring about gay men. That's what this takes, and it's also it's also about young people, and this is really, you are young people, and I want to bring this to the country that I work in, which is in Ethiopia, where we have a huge problem in universities. The HIV prevalence and infection rates in universities are sky high, and you guys, maybe more than me, might understand why that happens. If you can imagine young people going off to university for the first time, they're outside of their family environment, they're at a certain age, and basically sex starts to happen. And if people don't have the knowledge of how to protect themselves, you get a lot more infections. And especially in what we see as young women, girls, university students in low-income countries and poor countries having high rates of infections. And women are more vulnerable to this virus than men for a lot of reasons, for social reasons and also for biological reasons that I won't get into. So, and we've had some successes. If you end up doing a paper on HIV, I suggest you look at something called concurrent partnerships, which is essentially how many lovers we have within a certain amount of time. And also look at male circumcision. One thing we discovered in the last couple of years is that male circumcision really makes it a lot more difficult for a man to catch the virus. And that, although it's a bit unfortunate on two counts. One, it's focused on men. And two, it's something that is very cultural. So some cultures don't want to circumcise. And actually there's even a third thing, which is that it may give the idea that circumcision is absolute protection, and it's not. It brings the chance of infection down. So these are all things that we're dealing with right now in HIV. We've got some progress. There's a long way to go. And we need to really care about people that usually people don't care about. Thank you.